Hello and welcome to Back to Basics 2.0 Express, okay? This is an express class, a quick class so that we're still learning English every single day so that you can learn a little bit every day, okay? And so that you don't miss me, right? Of course, that's the main reason, so that you don't miss me. Remember, we're going to have our normal classes, okay? So on Monday, I'll release the episode that has to do with Vaughan Certified English. Remember that we're working on feel. On Wednesdays, I'll release the episode that has to do with Objetivo Inglés. And then Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, I'll release the Express episodes, okay? So let's start, okay? Because we don't have much time. Today, we're going to focus on make and do, okay? Make and do, hacer, right? Now, of course, in Spanish, there's one verb, and in English, there are two, so it's a little bit tricky. La regla general, la puedo decir y la voy a decir, ok? Pero tenéis que pensar que hay tantas excepciones que no sé si vale la pena aprenderse la regla, ok? Porque hay tantas excepciones que casi es mejor aprenderse la lista de memoria, okay? So my recommendation is for you to get a notebook and write a list with everything that goes with make and everything that goes with do, okay? And you learn it by heart, de memoria, okay? En inglés decimos que aprendemos algo de corazón, okay? By heart. So, are you ready? Let's start. The first exercise that... no he explicado... Dije que iba a explicar la regla que no valía la pena y por eso casi me lo salto. Bueno, la regla general es que make, ¿ok? Usamos make cuando se trata de fabricar algo, ¿ok? Hacer en el sentido de fabricar. Por ejemplo, I made a costume. I made a table. I made a house, right? And then we use do when it's more of an activity, okay? For example, to do exercise, okay? But as I said, careful because there are a lot of exceptions. Por ejemplo, cuando hablo de hacer mi cama, okay? Y no hablo de fabricar mi cama, sino simplemente hacer mi cama, okay? Uso make, not do. So that's an exception, for example, okay? So careful with the rule. Okay, so let's start practicing. Remember to say things out loud. Ready? Okay, so nunca cometo errores. Nunca cometo errores. I never make mistakes. I never make mistakes. Never. I never make mistakes. Very good. ¿Estás haciendo una llamada telefónica? ¿Estás haciendo una llamada telefónica? Now I see that I have my hand like this. The other day I said to my son, I said, if someone's calling you, what do you do with your hand? Like, how do you pretend? ¿Cómo haces? And he did, hello. I did this. And this indicates my age, right? And his age. He says, hello. Because now phones are flat. They're not like this. Anyway, vuelvo a esto. ¿Estás haciendo una llamada telefónica? Are you making a phone call? Okay, to make a phone call. Are you making a phone call? Are you making a phone call? Very good. Next one. ¿Me puedes hacer un favor? ¿Me puedes hacer un favor? Can you do me a favor? In this case, we use do. Can you do me a favor? Favor. Okay, como si fuera F-E-I, fe, y después V-A. Favor. Very good. Next one. Siempre hago mi cama por la mañana. I always make my bed in the morning. Remember that in this case, it's very natural to say, siempre hago mi cama, tú siempre haces tu cama, and so on, okay? So, I always make my bed in the morning. Very good. Next one. Mi abuela hace las mejores galletas. Mi abuela hace las mejores galletas. My grandmother makes the best biscuits. My grandmother makes the best biscuits. Okay, so let's talk about different words we can use here, okay? So we can say grandma instead of grandmother. It's a little bit more informal, right? But a little bit more, it's warmer. I would say it's warmer. It's un poquito más cariñoso, grandma, right? So my grandma makes the best biscuits or cookies, okay? Cookies in American English and biscuits in British English. If you're going to use biscuits, careful with the pronunciation. We don't say biscuits. Biscuits, no. Biscuits, kits. Como si fuera K, una E suave y T y después una S. Biscuits. Biscuits, okay? Or my grandmother makes the best cookies. Very good. Next one, okay? No puedo hacer nada al respecto. No puedo hacer nada al respecto. I can't do anything about it. I can't do anything about it. Very good. Next one. Voy a hacer una taza de café. ¿Quieres una? Voy a hacer una taza de café. ¿Quieres una? I'm going to make a cup of coffee. I'm going to make a cup of coffee. Do you want one? Do you want one? Very good. Ahora, voy a decir una y lo que quiero que hagáis vosotros es comentar debajo la respuesta. Okay, I'm going to start setting homework. Okay, this is your homework. So if you're following me on YouTube, okay, you can write it in the comments. If you're listening to this on Spotify, you can write it in the comments. And if you're listening to this on iVoox, you can write it in the comments. Okay, so this is your challenge. Let's see who wins. Let's see who the first person to answer correctly is. Okay. Listen to this. ¿Puedes hacer una lista de compras para el supermercado? Una lista de la compra. ¿Puedes hacer una lista de la compra para el supermercado? Okay? One more time, I'll say it. ¿Puedes hacer una lista de la compra para el supermercado? Okay? There you go. That's your homework. Okay, let's continue. Hizo un esfuerzo para completar el proyecto a tiempo. Okay, I'll say it again. Hizo un esfuerzo o se esforzó para completar el proyecto a tiempo. Okay, él. He made an effort to complete the project on time. He made an effort, okay? Esforzarse is to make an effort. So one more time, in the past, he made an effort to complete the project on time. A tiempo. On time. Very good. Next one. Mi hermana hace sus deberes después de la escuela. My sister does her homework after school. My sister does her homework after school. Very good. Me gusta hacer ejercicio todas las mañanas. I like doing exercise every morning. I like doing exercise. Remember, we have two options here with like. We can say I like doing or I like to do. You choose, okay? I like doing exercise every morning. I like to do exercise every morning. Very good. Next one. ¿Puedes hacer una llamada de emergencia? ¿Puedes hacer una llamada de emergencia? Can you make an emergency call? Can you make an emergency call? Very good. Those of you that can see me, I just realized that I explained something before, but if you're just listening to me, you don't know what I meant. Cuando hablé de lo de Leo, cuando le dije de que cómo haría para llamar a alguien con la mano, o sea, el gesto, he put his hand flat against his ear, flat. Not with his thumb and his little finger out, ¿ok? Como haríamos nosotros porque antes los teléfonos tenían otra forma como redondeada, como un plátano. He didn't do it like that. He did it flat, and that surprised me. I mean, of course, it makes sense, tiene sentido, but it surprised me. Okay, next one. Hice mi propio vestido para la fiesta. I made my own dress for the party. I made my own dress for the party. Very good. Okay, so the next exercise that we're going to do is going to practice make and do in the past simple because both are irregular verbs. Every day I make and yesterday I made. I made. Every day I do and yesterday I did. Yesterday I did. Okay, so I'm going to give you an element and you have to put the sentence in the present, okay? And then put it in the past. For example, if I say una tarta, you have to say, I make a cake every day. I made a cake yesterday. Very good. La cama. I make my bed every day. I made my bed yesterday. Very good. Una promesa. I make a promise every day. I made a promise yesterday. Ejercicio. I do exercise every day. I did exercise yesterday. Very good. Next one. Mis deberes. I do my homework every day. I did my homework yesterday. Very good. Una lista. Well done. I make a list every day. I made a list yesterday. Well done. Next one. Ruido. I make noise every day. I made noise yesterday. Very good. Una pregunta. That was a trick question, okay? So I put it there to trick you, okay? Cuidado, en inglés no hacemos una pregunta, sino que preguntamos una pregunta. We ask a question. We don't do a question. We don't make a question. We ask a question, okay? So that was a trick question to see if you knew the answer, okay? So remember that we ask a question. Next one, una decisión. I make a decision every day. I made a decision yesterday. Very good. You did a good job. Remember that if you want to access all of the notes that I use in my classes, you can follow me on Patreon. And if you want to follow me on social media, you can follow me on Twitter, _Pascua, todo junto, or on Instagram, _Pascua, okay? Have a great day and I'll see you next time.